So just a few rebuttal points on my opponent's claims. One of my points while stating one of the points said they were very unclear. Their sources were unclear and the statistics were not very accurate. One of my opponents used the word most very oftenly. In the sentence, most get paid by the parents, most use it to get loans, most go to casinos to feel the experience or the rush. By saying most, it's very unclear to what population you're speaking of. I mean, most of 5 people isn't very much, but I mean, the number of people who go to Indian casinos already is low enough, as you can tell by the revenues, which is $27.1 billion compared to the Vegas casinos, which is $36.4 billion. So we can tell that in this case, when you're saying most, you need to be very accurate to what percentage, because as revenue is already low enough, we really don't know how much debt is really there or not, and how bad 18-year-olds are really gambling at this. My opponent also claimed that allowing 18-year-olds to gamble in any casinos will indirectly or directly make them addicted to gambling and economically ruin their lives. I'd like to take an aspect of this that while 18-year-olds may occasionally have to suffer from some debt, Indian casinos are already suffering from a lot of debt and lack of profit from their revenues. Unemployment is at 14.6% for Native Americans, and if the age was changed to 21, less people would be able to go to casinos, and less people would be needing to work, raising unemployment. By also lifting the age to 21, there would be less revenue, and there would be less amount of money going on to the Indian tribes, which is pretty much the whole point of having Indian tribes there due to the IGR, the Indian Gaming Regulatory Act. The Indian Gaming Regulatory Act specifies that the revenues from gambling be used to promote the economic development and welfare of the tribes. So if they raise it to 21, it would kind of contradict what the IGRA is doing, because many of us already know that there are barely any Indian tribes, and according to 500tribes.com, which is basically a source where Indian tribes casinos usually put their revenue and statistics online. So there are only 420 casinos all over the United States. And so if they're cutting the revenue for that, then it wouldn't really make much sense to raise the age to 21. And for the 18-year-olds who do have to actually economically ruin their lives by getting into debt, that's a very small percentage of them. Like I said earlier, it was only 1.3 to 3% in 2009, and so it's affecting a very small population of people. And in order to even gamble at 18, you would probably be either just getting out of school or just starting into college, and so you probably wouldn't have much time to gamble. And so for an addiction to start, it would take time after time, and most people wouldn't usually have that time or that money at that age, which wouldn't really cause an addiction until a couple months or years later. And by that time, they could be very close to age 21 or have matured just that little bit more to see that gambling isn't really an addiction that they need. Again, like I said earlier, more addiction in 21-year-olds are due to more time spent open to the other addictions possible. 21-year-olds are just as likely to ruin their lives as 18-year-olds are, simply because they're more open to them, they have more exposure to them, and it really, as we saw earlier too, their brains aren't fully mature just as 18-year-olds are. I'd just like to reiterate me and my partner's claim to say that we believe that any casinos should not raise the gambling age to 21, so keep it at 18 instead.